Welcome back to the Poison Dart channel. I haven't been on here in a while, haven't recorded or made any videos in a while, but things have been kind of crazy, and been collecting parts and whatnot. And the last video I made was about the titanium valves from these aluminum W2 heads, and my buddy Mike got them all fixed up for me. Let's set this over here. And I got some Comp Cams 999 springs for him, which are I think 630 spring rate. 630 pound spring rate, but he set up all the installed heights and everything, got them all squared away, and checked all the spring pressures and made sure everything was good. And I just torqued those down earlier today, and I know it's not a Hemi, but don't judge me. I had the paint already, so it's Hemi orange now. And the valve covers were just raw, nasty aluminum before, and I like the wrinkled color finish, so I wrinkled those and then did the machine ribs in them. Got oil pump in the pickup mounted. Oil pan goes on next. I've also been got the lower control arms all cleaned up and the boxing plates put on the bottoms. Knuckles are all cleaned up and painted. K-members all painted. Center link's all painted. We've got a pile of new steering components. Still missing a couple. The upper and lower ball joints. The ones, well, somebody had changed the knuckles and the control arms on the Dart over there to a 73 up, and I wasn't aware of that until after the parts got here, and they weren't the same. So I sent them back, and the correct 73 up parts are on their way. And we added a wood burner in here in the time that I wasn't recording here in Ohio. The torpedo heater, kerosene's like $7 a gallon. It's like race fuel here in Ohio. At the same time, Mike Zizzo up at Double Z Performance, I had this 400 block in the stroker kit, and I had it for a long time. I had it for sale on the old marketplace, and everybody just wanted the rotating assembly. They didn't want the block because they had their own block, and I didn't want to separate it because the block wouldn't do me any good. So I had Mike go ahead and machine it and all that, assemble it. So there's a complete 470 cubic inch stroker short block. I don't know what I'm going to do with it. It is for sale, but you know how that goes. You have whack jobs telling you they can build that short block for $3,500, and I know you can't do that because you can't buy the parts for it for $3,500, and then you can't machine it and balance it and all of that, and have a professional shop assemble it for $3,500. So anyway, collected some more parts. I got this MSD 7AL2 Plus from Cammer in, I say Huber Heights, but their address is Dayton, Ohio, on Brant Pike in Dayton, Ohio. It was only used one time on the dyno, and I got it for less than half price of what you can buy a new one for now, if you could get a new one. Bob Cammer did me a solid on that one. And I've got another tack drive distributor coming. This is one of those Chinese junk Proform ones that's just sitting in there right now. I've got a brand new tack drive, aluminum tack drive distributor coming. Not that I'm going to use a tack drive tack, but it's an electronic tack drive, and the MSD can trigger it. So, or it can trigger the MSD, I should say. So, yeah, that's what we're going to do with that. And I was going through push rods. Put this back on. And see the one with the tape? See that right there? The ball end cracked the tube for the push rod. But in my piles of parts, or stash of parts, not piles, I have a set of chromoly 3/8 ball and cup big block 440 push rods. So I think what we're going to do is probably take these up to Pop Shop and put them in the lathe and cut them down. We're going to cut the tube back here, turn it down on the lathe until this cup will come out freely, and then we'll trim. As you can tell, there's a lot there. We can trim the push rod down and then press the cup back in. And I think I'll probably go ahead and do a couple of these, probably, I don't know, maybe 8 of them just in case. The rest of these push rods, I cleaned them all up and they all look good. I mean, they've got some marks on them, like this one where the black oxide finish is worn off, but none of the other ones were cracked on either end, so I'm going to call those good. Just this one. So the push rods are holding us up right now until I can get up to Dad's and machine that, fix the one push rod. I also wanted to share something. This intake came with this motor, and you can tell it's been fixed. Been fixed a couple times. These ears have been broken off, but you can see how thin the flange got when they angle milled this intake to fit this deck, being a short deck. I believe these probably just got a little too thin, and or somebody cranked them down too tight and it broke the casting. But I mean, it's okay now, it's been fixed. But the intake was cruddy. It was just filthy. I don't know if you can see down in there really well, but turn this. Here we go. You can see a little bit of the iron where the water leaked, probably from this neck or maybe one of those pipe plugs or whatever. Anyway, this intake was filthy dirty. It looked like it'd been sitting outside for 20 years. So my dad has a tunnel ram on his Model A Ford. Sorry if you can hear that. We live in the glide slope, or the approach for Wright-Patterson Air Force Base. So probably an airplane returning from somebody getting some free shit. But anyway, this intake was filthy. And you can see I just put this brand new 4500 to 4150 adapter on there. How they look almost identical now. And you can see right there where it didn't come quite clean, but that's what the rest of the intake looked like. But my dad has a tunnel ram on his Model A and 2 Holley carburetors, and of course the accelerator pumps, you know, they weep fuel here and there sometimes, and so he turned me on to this aluminum cleaner, and this is it. It's Max aluminum brightener, sold by Napa, and you spray this stuff on. I mean, you have to, you know, if it's grimy and grungy and greasy, you have to get the grease off of it. But if it's just dirty from sitting, you know how cast aluminum intakes will oxidize and collect dust and all of that jazz. If they are dirty like that, you spray them with this cleaner. It says 20 to 30 seconds, but it will start to foam up. It'll get like a white foam, and then you just rinse it off with water. You don't have to scrub it. You don't have to do anything. No pressure, just a hose. Just rinse it off. And don't let it sit on there longer than the required or suggested 30 seconds. There's another dark spot right there. There was a piece of tape on there, and the piece of tape overlapped, but you can see that's what color the intake was, the whole thing, before, and it came pretty clean. The oil pan's going to go on next, and probably throw once we get the push rod fixed, put the push rods in it, rocker arms back on it, and start cinching down the intake and stuff to set it in the car. I got a 904 case. It's complete, but it's just an old core transmission, so I got to get all the guts for it from Cope Racing Transmissions, trans brake, valve body, and all of that, low gear set. But just wanted to do a little update on the motor and the project. It's been a while, and I didn't get to film up at Mike's about when I went up to get the heads back. He had another customer up there, and they were working on his Hemi, one of, I think, 4 of them that he had going all at one time. So I didn't get to film up there, but he did a great job. You know, the heads look good. He didn't put them in his hot tank. This is just how they looked. He didn't want to stain the heads, which is fine by me. They look good. Nothing wrong with them. While I did have the heads just mocked up on there, I went ahead and put a dial indicator on it with the cam in it and lifters, and rolled it around, and with the dial indicator on the spring retainer, I got a 660 lift on the intakes. Well, it was 661 on the intake, and it was 612 on the exhaust for the lift. So it's a split duration, split lift camshaft, and I don't know if that's good or bad for this little small block, but that's what it is. If you have a opinion or a comment on that camshaft, leave it in the comments section. Alright, Shop Dog wants out, so like I said, you can leave it in the comments section. The springs and everything are good up to I think I can run 700 lift, 710, somewhere around there, before you get into a problem with situation with coil bind or getting too close to the valve seals. So we're not anywhere near there, but with 1/6 rocker arms, we could be knocking on the door of that on the intake side for sure. So we have 1/5 rocker arms for it right now, so we're okay. But if you think that camshaft is no good for this small block, or there's something better, leave a comment in the comment section for sure. I'm all ears. I'm not a small block guy. I usually build big block stuff. So yeah, so that's just a quick little update about the project and my little small block, plus all the other side little things that are going on right now. So if you like this video, give it a like, subscribe, share it with your Mopar buddies. As you can tell in the other videos, the 64 is gone. Straight axle car. I did sell it to a really good guy, so I'll probably do another video on that, but it is gone, so we got a little bit more shop space, but still tons of work to do. If you see my videos, there's another Poison Dart channel. Well, I won't get into that. I'll make another video for that, because I don't want to confuse anybody. So if you like this video, like I said, like it, share, subscribe, all those things. So the next video, you'll see it come out when it's all said and done. Maybe take a short video up at Dad's shop fixing the push rods, and then putting the rest of this little monster together. So thanks for watching, and we'll catch you on the next one.